NBCC stock has seen a decline of nearly 30% from the recent high. Anoop Kumar Mittal joins us now, Chairman and Managing Director of NBCC. Mr. Mittal, good morning and thank you for joining us. Mr. Mittal, when I spoke to some of your investors, they are of the view that NBCC has a great order book and the order book is expanding and there is a deep swell in the order book. But somehow at PAT level, which is our profit after tax, numbers are not showing up. So how come this large bulge in your order book is not translating into earnings?
You see, you are right that order book is very high, and in comparison to that, the execution or revenue is not coming in the books. That's right. But you see, in last 6 months or 8 months, we have started some of the large value projects, and these all large value projects take some time for approvals and award of work, etc. And to compensate that, we have kept the completion period very confined to 2 years or 18 months time. And this year onwards, you will see the actual growth in the execution. And as far as profit is concerned, last year there was some hit on profit because of some areas of pay revision. That was one time expenditure. So that was another reason. But as I am always saying that this year onwards, you will see at least 30% to 35% growth in top line, and that will continue for next 5 years, and accordingly bottom line will also increase.
Let's put this into numbers, Mr. Mittal, because recently I understand at an analyst meet you had given a guidance of a 35% CAGR growth ahead. Tell us a little bit more about that. How is it that you plan to achieve, and are you sticking by with this guidance number, or is there a chance that you can even better this performance?
You see, definitely I am sticking to this guidelines of 35%, but this is a minimum, and that can increase to another 5 to 7% also, because considering the size of the order book, it is always possible to do more works, and there is no doubt that this number we will achieve. And also we are expecting some good orders also in this financial year, another 20 to 25,000 also. Some of these orders may also add to our top line. Some of the orders may start in this financial year also.
The latest headline from NBCC is that you are looking at acquiring 2 loss-making PSUs, and some would argue that if you actually acquire loss-making PSUs, could that lead to could that change your capital allocation? Your business essentially is to simply follow a cost plus business model where you get government orders by nomination, you charge your fee, you construct them and you give it back to them. Why would you be looking at diversification?
You see, I will take you to 1 year back story. We started acquiring Hindustan Steel Construction Company under Ministry of Steel. For that we paid around 35 crore rupees, and that company is having very small number of permanent employees, having good amount of order book, but doing losses also. But in last 1 year that we converted that company into profit, and this time this company has shown profit of PAT about 35 crore rupees, and they have paid 100% dividend to government and NBCC, and we have recovered our 20 crore rupees out of 35 crore rupees investment in 1 year's time. So in next year we will recover entire amount, and they have around 200 crore rupees net worth also. So this is one point. And the question which you have asked, why you are acquiring these companies, you see all these companies are doing almost similar job what we do. They are also doing cost plus job, but they are in different domain. For example, Hindustan Steel was in construction of steel specialized work, which is sometimes useful to NBCC also. So that's why we acquired them. And there are 2 companies which we are planning to acquire. One is hospital services. They are in health service, and that company is also doing good. This company is not sick unit. This company is profit making company, and good amount of order, almost 10,000 crore rupees. and we are acquiring this company just to keep ourselves, separate company for health sector. So these companies will give definitely good dividend to NBCC and good business. And similarly, another company is having business in that is EPI in overseas market, and in both the companies total staff strength is very limited, because in cost plus segment in our business model only expenditure is employees cost, and if that is not much then we can win the battle. And last thing is, if you consolidate all these companies under the umbrella of NBCC, there will not be much competition, there will be price cutting also, and we will use these companies for specialized works.
Mr. Mittal, Citi is saying that NBCC is awarding all contracts of over 1,000 crores value on a design and build contract basis. How will that lead to faster execution? What would that mean for generating more cash flows in a particular quarter?
You see, this figure now has come down to 100 crore rupees. Now all contracts more than 100 crore rupees are being awarded on design and build basis, EPC contract, and where contractor has to design certain amount of things in the project, so that he should not wait for design from NBCC. That will definitely expedite the project, and the time period which we are giving to them is 18 months to 24 months time, and that is why I am saying this new methodology which we have adopted may also increase our growth in this financial year.
Mr. Mittal, I want to also understand this entire impact of employee cost. Is that a one-time charge, or there is a fear that that could have a spillover effect in FY19? And also there is a talk in the town that the pay commission will come out with recommendations soon. So do you think somewhere wage is going to be a permanent challenge for NBCC?
No, that pay revision has already taken place last year, so it will not come, in my opinion, for next 4 or 5 years. So this is a one-time affair for both the central government employees and PSUs after 4 or 5 years or 7 years time. So that is one-time affair. And second is, we have decided, and we are maintaining that also, our employees cost, whatever we have today or last year while closing the balance sheet, will not increase even rupee next year also, maybe 1 or 2% that way or this way, because we are not inducting people beyond a proportion. We are definitely inducting 100 engineers and some professional, that is required also, and otherwise also when we are doing large value projects on EPC mode and design and build, the number of engineers requirement is much less.
Are all the above incremental contracts being awarded with a timeline and penalty clause to ensure timely execution? We want to understand how you safeguarding the execution process, because that's what holds the key to having healthy financials.
You see, we have a clause of putting 10% liquidated damages or penalty on contractor, and against that we have bank guarantees, and I don't want to disclose the name. In recent 1 year or 1.5 years, we have encashed 1 or 2 bank guarantees, and that has given a very, very effective impact on other contractors, because our contract management is something I can proudly say is totally different than any other commercial construction company.
To ask, we're a little emotional about it, Mr. Mittal. What's happening on the Dharavi redevelopment? Are things just status quo, because it doesn't seem like much has moved?
You see, this issue is still under discussion, and finally state government has to take a call, and not decided yet. We are equally keen to do this work, not only as business, otherwise also as a professional company. We want to take this challenge to convert this 550-acre slum into a smart township or integrated township.
Well, 2 questions built up into one perhaps. As percentage of your total order book, how much would you say is coming from pure central government? And Because we have a general election next year, could your central government business be affected?
You see, total, I can say around 80%, 75% businesses from central government or central government entities, and remaining 20 to 25% is from different state governments, and some of the contracts in 20 to 25% segment are also tripartite agreement between NBCC, central government and state government.
Thank you for joining us. NBCC, the stock may have corrected, but I guess everything in the market has corrected in the mid cap space, so we just cannot magnify the sell of what has happened in NBCC.